we protect the skies over Britain and project the power and influence of our country all around the world. We have to be ready at a moment's notice, night or day, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. We're the Royal Air Force, and this is no ordinary job. Today we will show you what goes on behind the scenes and behind the teams of the RAF, to give you a glimpse into our organisation and the huge range of role opportunities available to you. From pilots and engineers to chefs and nurses, there are over 60 exciting roles available. The Royal Air Force are recruiting both regular and reserve roles right now. And you can be part of our journey. So what's our mission? The Royal Air Force secures the skies, protecting the UK from threats at home whilst peacekeeping abroad. A job in the RAF provides skills for life and a chance to play your part in operations around the world. A job in the Royal Air Force is like no other. From the speedy career progression to the unrivaled skills and training that you receive, all whilst travelling around the globe, making friends for life. Coming up, you'll be hearing real-life stories from our RAF personnel who share their experiences. You'll meet Squadron Leader Amir Khan and find out about our faith networks. And you'll hear from Wing Commander Gemma Lonsdale tell us what it's like flying in a Typhoon as a female engineer. We will also say hello to the teams working across the UK in a number of roles on the ground right now, to hear the very latest of what life in the RAF is like. So come on, let's find out more and find your force. When you think of the RAF, you likely think of pilots. The personnel and the aircraft they fly are clearly a huge part of the force. But there is a whole world of incredibly talented people working tirelessly behind the scenes to support them. We have aircraft and engineering officers who maintain our fleet. Medical officers and dentists ensure the force is always in top physical health. Logistic management teams without whom the aircraft would not even leave the ground. But don't just take it from me. Here's some of our personnel.
So from a day-to-day basis, my job entails me to travel up and down the United Kingdom.
My current role within my trade at the moment is service discipline. That essentially means that I look after all the naughty people on the unit. If somebody has been caught speeding, or if they haven't passed their fitness test, or they're just putting in a service complaint, we're there to ensure that the process is carried out correctly and fairly.
Our tasks daily, from being in the visual control room and working with aircraft, working with POBs and landing and airborne timings, to working on switchboard where you're doing the weather and taking calls, to working as the driver where you'll be out on the runways.
My role is to assist in tactical control within the Control and Reporting Centre at RAF Bulmer. So working on the consoles with IDO officers and whatnot, and helping correlate tracks with the air picture given to us from the radar technology that is used around the country.
I went through training and learned how to facilitate the fixing of aircraft and all the software systems on aircraft.
We also assist in the tactical control of QRA force, so the fast jets responding to any air incidents that need responding to in the air picture.
At the moment, my job is working on the Typhoon aircraft, which I love, and my role includes introducing new capability to the aircraft. Sometimes it's new weapons, new avionics.
Our cutting-edge technology and defences against cyber warfare are run by our crack team of security, intelligence and communications specialists. So as you can already see, our force is made up of roles more varied than you may have realised. Whether you're a graduate or seeking an apprenticeship, we have roles crying out for your talent that will fulfil your ambitions. Our recruitment teams are eagerly waiting and excited to hear from you to discuss the training, pay and benefits you could be receiving once enlisted.
it's not really known that the military have cabin crew.
The sector today is Bryce Norton to Kingston.
And the travelling opportunities are amazing.
My friends always get confused. They're like, where are you today? Vegas, Bermuda, Canada,
Washington, China,
Nairobi,
Jamaica,
Greece,
Kenya, Morocco, Afghan, Cyprus.
Every day's different, really.
Our passengers are always different. Generally, you always deal with troop movements, so soldiers going out on exercise, operations.
Hello. Thank you very much.
We're all one big family as well.
It's like a family.
We're just closing up and we'll be good to go very shortly.
Boarding complete. People are amazing who you meet, who you work with.
Pass the life jacket over your head. Pass the longer strap behind your body and connect the buckles together. Tighten the waistband to fit. Do not inflate your life jacket inside the aircraft. When you are outside the aircraft, inflate the life jacket.
The cabin crew will shortly be serving you with a hot meal.
Can I get you a drink?
Yeah, sure.
Every day is a different day.
You get paid a bit more than you would in civilian street.
You have to be up for the travelling aspect.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kingston, Jamaica, where the local time is 15:30.
Downtime is very, very sociable. Not just the cabin crew package, it's the Royal Air Force package as well.
There has never been a more exciting time to be involved with the RAF Reserves. The role is both rewarding and demanding and means working alongside full-time regular colleagues. As a reserve, you'll get to live your normal life whilst using your spare time to challenge and improve yourself.
I attested into the RAF in November 2015. I was inspired to join the RAF after being an air cadet for many years as a teenager. I really enjoyed the skills I learned and the RAF way of life. I decided to become a reservist to enable me to serve alongside my civilian job where I worked for an energy company.
RAF Reserves train and work in their spare time alongside regulars doing the same job. Reserves train to the same high standards as regular personnel and perform a crucial role within the organisation.
I began my RAF career as a part-time reservist on 4624 Squadron. I was given the same basic and trade training and am required to meet the same fitness standards as a regular. Reservists dedicate 27 days a year to additional training and to fully integrate alongside the regulars. Last year, I was mobilised to RAF Akrotiri in Cyprus for 3 months and on my return decided that I wanted to transfer and become a regular.
Working around their day job, using their weekends, they gain transferable skills and a rewarding lifestyle that offers the best of both worlds. Our people are agile, adaptable and capable.
We have all sorts of varieties, a licorice all sorts package.
Airline pilots, we've got civil servants.
I used to work in an office.
I was a gymnast.
I'm a school teacher. From builders to surveyors.
We've got policemen.
I'm a lorry driver. Garages and mechanics.
Promoted to matron.
Dental equipment engineer.
Nuclear physics.
Managing directors, chief executives.
When they all come together, you get a really sort of diverse and rich mixture.
Everyone coming in now has already got the skill sets for the stuff that we use, the experience and the more knowledge really of the now technology.
They will understand pressures and timescales, they'll understand teamwork, communication's massive.
Move. Managing under pressure and looking at different scenarios and looking at options.
We've sort of learned all these skills together, from marshalling to learning how to chain vehicles down.
Everything that I've learned as a reservist has essentially been transposed into my civilian career to help me succeed.
The people you meet they're friends for life. You get to do so many cool things.
It's a paid hobby and you get to meet people from all over the world. You get to travel all around the world. You get to do things that people would normally have to pay for.
if you like getting out and being active and doing something at a weekend that's worthwhile.
I recommend it to everybody. Whoever I've been talking to, I always ask them whether they've been in the forces.
I wanted to give something back. I felt I had something to give.
What you're taught here will naturally help you when you're in civilian life. The way you hold yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak and co-act with other people.
Just go for it, put yourself out there, challenge yourself, and you don't know if you don't try.
In the Royal Air Force, you'll find opportunities you won't find in any other career. The experience you gain with us will equip you to work at the top of your field, both in the UK and overseas. Your career in the RAF is about nurturing your natural talent and helping you realise your full potential.
There are so many opportunities to go away on extra training, tasks abroad, and take part in adventure training too.
In 2018, I deployed to the Falklands for 6 months.
Some parts of the American continent, Europe, the Middle East mainly, and the Far East as well in Hong Kong.
We offer bonuses and benefits ranging from subsidised living and private healthcare to free gym memberships and 6 weeks holiday. The benefits you can enjoy in the RAF are vast and can be tailored to you and your role. At any level or position, your personal success is vital to our success. We're dedicated to supporting your journey with us.
The Red Arrows formed in '64, so we started displaying in 1965. We started off as a 7-ship display team, and then within 3 years, 68, it went to a 9-ship, and now we're into our 55th season. When we go overseas on a big tour like the North American tour, this is showcasing the best of British, so we are ambassadors, we're flying the flag for Great Britain.
Being in the Red Arrows sums up everything that is great about a full-service career, especially as a fast jet pilot. We get to fly these beautiful aircraft, and whilst they're getting on for about 30 years old, they handle like a little sports car. Trust is the one key word that binds the whole team together, be it the 9 pilots displaying on a day-to-day basis, the engineers here who are making these aircraft airworthy. Some of the unsung heroes of the team are the ones that don't even get seen. People like the dye team, who pump the smoke into the aircraft, and they've got such simple yet effective engineering methods like listening for the smoke valves clattering inside the dye pod, filling it with the 5 minutes of white and the 1 minute of red and 1 minute of blue smoke that make up that iconic part of our display. Getting ready and preparing as a team is one of the most important parts of the display, about getting into that mission bubble, that sacrosanct period of time. It's a very well-defined period where we will all kit up together in the corridor, and then we all walk out together as a team, ready to start that choreographed display right on the second that I ask for the engines to start.
Good morning, we've got 9 aircraft requesting start.
Red Arrow startup approved, runway 22 right hand, QFE 1009.
I use my voice as an inflection tool for the rest of the pilots. So sometimes I can quite smoothly and calmly tell them that I'm about to pull up, and on that pulling up command, they will go with me. But at other times, if the weather's poor, or if I need to turn quickly, the intonation and the inflection of my voice goes up. They know instantly, without even having to look, that they need to react much, much quicker.
8 and 9. Roar, good. And go! Over the right. Now, tight. Big pull, six. Back out, back out. Oh, okay.
When you eventually leave the Red Arrows, which comes to us all, you spend the rest of your living days talking about the time that you were a Red Arrows pilot.
The RAF recognises the value of a person's ability, no matter their ethnicity, nationality, national origins, social background, religion or belief, gender identity, sexual orientation, marital status, or civil partnership.
There is a massive understanding within the workforce. They understand diversity strengthens a workforce because people from different diverse communities bring languages, culture, and again, a modern RAF needs those skills to be able to operate where we need to. So the colleagues are understanding, they do get it. Additionally to that, we have cultural awareness that we send out to the workforce. We also have different networks, the Black Asian Minority ethnic group networks, which advise line managers. We have faith networks, whether they're Sikh, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, and all of them play a vital role in educating our workforce. So it's a lot more understanding than it was certainly 33 years ago.
Personally, I haven't had any issues at all with being gay and in the military. I think the RAF is a very inclusive organisation. The various managers that I've worked for have always been very accepting, as well as the rest of my colleagues. And I find very comfortable about being open about my sexuality and my sexual orientation and letting people know, and I'm always welcomed when I'm meeting new people and my sexuality or sexual orientation comes up within conversation when people are asking about what my personal circumstances are in my family life and background.
We believe the talent and skills of individuals from different groups make for a stronger RAF. As a member of the RAF, you'll have the opportunity to take part in adventurous training which will develop your leadership, confidence, and vital military skills. We also sponsor personnel who are competing and representing the RAF in authorised sporting events.
Other opportunities include sport, so if you're heavy into your sport, there are loads of associations and committees that you can join, such as the Royal Air Force Swimming Association.
With my sport, I've travelled to places like France, Spain, Turkey, Thailand and the United States. The great thing about all of that is that I haven't actually had to use any of my holidays for those because they've been approved sporting events.
Sport is a huge part of the military and there's always a club or team for everyone.
we sponsor talented personnel to compete at the highest level, provide time off for training and subsidised travel, entry fees and equipment costs. Beyond training our personnel to the highest standards of fitness and providing career development second to none, the RAF also offers its personnel the chance to join its RAF esports team. These members use their highly attuned reactions and cognitive skills to compete in international gaming conventions across the world at the highest levels. So if you're a whiz at Call of Duty, fierce on Fortnite, or just downright smashing it at Rocket League, you might be closer to a job as an RAF engineer or cyberspace communications specialist than you think.
The advantages of gaming in the RAF: reaction times,
doing your tactics,
teamwork,
computer technical expertise as well. A lot of our trades in the RAF work with computers.
Everyone coming in now has already got the skill sets for the stuff that we use, the experience and the more knowledge really of the now technology.
Good for your coordination, it kind of keeps you going. A lot of situational awareness, especially in what I play. There's a lot of things going on, so you need to know when to do what you need to do.
Quite surprising, just from playing games such as Overwatch, how stressful a situation that can be when you're leading a team of 6, and the communication is a key vital part of that. Handling high stress situations and just developing leadership from there.
It's all the same in the Air Force, so you've got your screens, you've got your buttons in front of you, radar, it's pretty much all similar skills if you use them.
Before we head off, we want to show you what some of our RAF personnel are doing across the UK right now. In amongst the global pandemic, our teams are continuing their mission to secure the skies and support operations around the world. The RAF is open for business and are actively recruiting. Hear what they'd like to share with you today.
My day-to-day role sees me flying all across the world, providing logistics support for defence operations and exercises, places such as the USA, Africa and the Middle East.
I've also done a lot of voluntary work while I've been in the Air Force. Young Enterprise, Fire in the Future, SAFA, all things that the Air Force have allowed me to do.
Throughout my career, I've had some really exciting jobs and I've been really lucky at the things I've been able to be involved in.
I've had some incredible experiences in my military career so far. I was a flag bearer at the World Cup qualifiers at Wembley Stadium. I've participated in Remembrance Day parades and had the opportunity to go on tasks to Norway and Canada.
I've been fortunate enough to go down to New Zealand on an international rugby tour, a station rugby team, where we played the New Zealand Air Force and also watched the British and Irish Lions.
So we get to travel all over the world. We can work on aircraft squadrons with the aircraft and the engineers, including the Red Arrows.
The pandemic has impacted the movements trade quite a bit, especially my job role, seeing me fly across the world, and due to the travel restrictions that have been put in place, unfortunately we can't do as much tasking at the moment. But now that we're seeing measures be eased across the globe, I'm sure it'll pick up quite quickly.
The pandemic has added a few extra hurdles to the day-to-day role. We've increased our health and safety procedures, implemented social distancing, both in the passenger terminal here and on our aircraft, and have been provided with extra PPE to wear when necessary. I was part of the traffic team that handled the aircraft which repatriated the first group of UK citizens back from Wuhan province at the beginning of the pandemic.
It is absolutely, without a doubt, the best decision I ever made was to walk into that careers office and join in this trade.
Thanks for watching. We hope you thoroughly enjoyed our session today and that you feel inspired and empowered to find your force. As some of our RAF personnel have already touched upon, there's so many ways to get in touch. You can head to our recruitment website, follow us on social media, or even head to your local Air Force Careers Office to chat to the team. We hope to hear from some of you soon. We're the Royal Air Force, and this is no ordinary job.